Welcome to PokerStars.net, Toronto FC Soccer on Sportsnet. It is Chicago and Toronto, a big matchup here in the middle of the Canadian National Exhibition as Toronto FC returns home.
Midfield, Osorio, Bradley, Colin Warner, Dominic Oduro continues his consistency, while Gilberto partners up top tonight with Jermaine Defoe, and on the back line, Amarikwa.
Well, he didn't score in 11 MLS games here for Toronto FC, but he's got 6 goals this year for the Chicago Fire. He's very quick.
Toronto with 3 wins. And all 3 of those wins have come here at BMO Field. We'll see if point down the left side now. Jonathan Osorio with a nice ball underneath Palmer. Here's Morrow with a lovely cross into the box and an own goal. Bakary Soumaré tries the clear, and it's in the back of the net behind Sean Johnson in just the 3rd minute. And Toronto FC have a 1-0 lead.
Well, we haven't even gotten to the keys of the game yet, but one of them was to get players forward, especially from the fullback position, try to outnumber down the wing. Look at the ball from Osorio. That gives Morrow the opportunity to play it in. Goes off the Chicago defender and into the goal. And a fantastic start for Toronto FC. Morrow given too much time there on the quick counter. And Bakary Soumaré. And this time they concede the corner kick, Chicago.
Michael Bradley will take this corner from the right side. This will be an outswinger off the right boot. To the penalty spot. There's Hagelin who tries one at goal, and it's headed away before Johnson had to make the stop. Then a collision in the 18-yard box involving Warner. And it's a free kick coming up as Quincy Amarikwa was knocked down.
Well-placed ball from Bradley, and Nick Hagelin finds a space to turn on that. Doesn't get all of it.
Straight ahead, now looks inside. Michael Bradley's got some space. Passes off. Dominic Oduro, corner of the 6, sends it across. Almost another own goal, but it's cleared by the Fire just off the line. Lavelle Palmer is there.
Being cleared. Dominic Oduro needs to take a better touch there when he set up so well there for Michael Bradley.
3rd corner of the match for Toronto. Bradley from the far side. Johnson misses it! And the header goes wide of goal. Oh, Gilberto had a yawning cage at the last moment as Johnson misjudged that corner.
Well, just as we say that he has cut out his mistakes, very similar to a play we saw a couple of years ago. If you remember in the Olympic qualifying when Canada scored, it was Daniil Henry from a corner kick who put one behind Sean Johnson, who was out of position. Foul from the Toronto center midfielder.
Watson. Curled in. Earnshaw ties the game. 70th minute, and Robert Earnshaw just moments coming into this match as a substitute in the 2nd half levels it back in MLS.
You don't want to say it was imminent, but it's certainly not a surprise. With Toronto sitting back and allowing Chicago to play, it's a good ball in here as Ward puts it onto the left foot. And the 2 substitutes combined. Earnshaw left alone, and he does what he does best. Poaches inside the 6-yard box, glancing it home. Sweet return for Robert Earnshaw to BMO Field. And probably just about what the visitors deserve here on the run of play in the 2nd half.
TFC have used all their substitutions. Here's a shot blocked. Neil Henry steps up. Now Gilberto's in behind the defense. Gilberto on a breakaway. Gilberto rounds the keeper, and he scores! 79th minute magic again from Gilberto.
And his first home goal here at BMO brings the crowd to its feet. It's a great block from Daniil Henry inside his own box, and Luke Moore, who's just come on, puts the perfect pass into the path of Gilberto, who rounds Sean Johnson and calmly side foots into the open net. Toronto, with their only real chance here in the 2nd half, retake the lead.
Taking the lead in the 79th minute, just moments ago. Free kick. I think everybody's in the wall, aren't they, at the 18? Michael Bradley just up over the bar. Quincy Amarikwa has had his moments where he's looked dangerous. Laurentowicz header falls low, and a Chicago defender is down. That opens it up. Here comes Jonathan Osorio. Shot deflects and falls just wide. Jonathan Osorio with his hands on his head, can't believe it. And meanwhile, Chicago player down in Lavelle Palmer that sprung that play in the first place.
Jonathan Osorio is playing with such confidence here as a clash of heads between Palmer and Laurentowicz leads to this chance for Jonathan Osorio, who cuts it back nicely on Samari, and then the recovering block there.
Playing in the 90th minute, looking to make a substitution as Palmer takes it down the right side. Palmer gets across into the area. Earnshaw tries a bicycle kick, near post! Oh my goodness, a rocket to the top of the net by guess who? Quincy Amarikwa again. Two former Toronto FC players score for Chicago, and we are level at 2 apiece.
And full credit to Lavelle Palmer, who hasn't stopped getting down that right flank. Mark Bloom does a pretty good job of staying close to Palmer. But Palmer creates the opening here as he cuts it back onto the left foot and just chips it across. Earnshaw tries the overhead, and Jackson just leaves enough space for Quincy Amarikwa to fire it high and short side on Joe Bendick. Goalkeeper with no chance from that distance. Well played though from Lavelle Palmer, and an excellent finish.
Now the cross into the box. Robert Earnshaw trying to back up on it. Now Michael Brownlee, the referee, says that's enough. I mean, there wasn't much play in that added time of 3 minutes. It was a lot of conversation.